do is you need to go to A plus students.com and you need to log in. You need to select math as your subject. Then you need to select your grade. Your grade is grade 8. Okay. The topic for today is data and graph. Data and graph. Okay. And the chapter number is 24. The lesson number is 7. The name of the lesson is create line plots. Today we will, with the given information, we will be creating line plots. Let's see what line plots is. We did it in the last lesson also. You can always review the previous session and let's see what line plots are. Okay. So the question states that, let's just copy down the question. Okay. The first question says this. A fundraiser is there. Question number 1 says, for a fundraiser, the children in the art club made greeting cards and kept track of how many they produced. Use the data in the table to complete the plot graphs. Okay. Making greeting cards. This is written as making greeting cards. So they were they were trying to calculate how many greeting cards did they make. Okay. And this is the grid given to us. The grid is defining greeting cards and the name of the children. Per child, how many cards were made by each child, right? So we need to simplify this, okay? So whenever we need to do the line plot, the question says use the data in the table to complete the line plot, okay? So whenever we need to do the line plot, the first and the foremost thing we need to see is what are we plotting on the horizontal axis? In this case, the greeting card is the main concern, right? So what we can do is we can say if we have the horizontal axis, right? We always have to put an arrow on either sides, right? We can have 0 greeting cards, right? We can have 1 greeting card made by 8 children. 9 children made 2 greeting cards, 5 children made 3 greeting cards, 1 child made 4 greeting cards, and 4 children made 5 greeting cards. So on the x-axis, the first column we take on the x-axis. So we write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 over here, because this is the maximum range that we can use, right? There were the maximum 5 cards made. Now what we see is there were 2 children who made 0. So we put 2 values of x over here. Now, just by looking at this, 0 cards were made by 2 children, right? And we also have to label over here. What are we using on the x-axis horizontal? We are using greeting cards made. On the so 0 greeting cards were made by 2 students. 8 children made 1 card. So 1 card was made by 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then we have 2 greetings cards were made by 9 students. So we can say 2 greeting cards were done by 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then 3 cards were made by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then 4 cards were made by just one student, and 5 cards were made by 4 students. So we put 5 X's over here. This is our answer. Okay. So this is the line plot. I'll just give a heading over here. This is the line plot that we just constructed over here. Okay. So this information in the grid has been transformed into this line plot. Or if the line plot is given, we can find the other information for the grid. Okay. Let's try another question. Question number 2. Okay, just a minute, please. So the question number 2 on your screen will be same as mine. Okay, now they're giving us tally markings. Okay, let's first change the tally markings into a numerical value. Okay, so for this question, what we can say is, if this was a question given to us, let's change this into the values which we can under. Question number 2. An art instructor kept track of how many how many total pictures were painted by each of the people enrolled in a class, right? So what we can say over here is the instructor is keeping a track of the pictures, right? So 0 pictures were painted by how many clicks are here? There is, okay, I'll just make an additional grid over here. I'll extend the grid. Okay, we do not need it here. We put it over here, extended lines, because this will give us the number. We are just trying to find the number because these many X's we need to draw. 0 paintings were made by, there is one line, we say 1. One painting was made by how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th line is always a slash. When we compute 5 lines together, we make 4 vertical lines and we slash it. That means it's a total of 5. And this would be 6. Okay. How about 2? This is 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 3 cards were made by 5 and 5, that is 10. And 4 cards were made by 5, 6, and 7. Agreed? So these are the number of people. This is number of people we found over here. Because tally markings were given, this is called tally markings, right? So the tally markings were given, we changed them into the number, numerical values. Now we need to draw the line plot graph. So what is our requirement on the x-axis? We were doing pictures that were painted, right? We can have 0 pictures, we can have 1 picture, 2 pictures, 3 pictures, and the maximum pictures would be 4 pictures, right? So we can say, we put the arrows on either sides, it shows a continuation. We can have 0 pictures, we can have 1, we can have 2, we can have 3, and the maximum was 4 pictures. The minimum is 0, and the maximum was 4. So 0, none of the pictures were painted by only one person. So one person did not paint anything, right? So one painting was made by 6 people, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the most important thing is we need to label below this. So we need to write pictures painted, because this information is representing how many pictures were painted. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 represents how many pictures were painted. Similarly, 2 pictures were painted by 9. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 3 pictures were painted by how many people? Yes, welcome everyone. 3 pictures were painted by how many people? They were painted by 10 people, right? So we draw 10 markings over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And 4 pictures were painted by 7 people. So we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So what else can be there in this question is they can add a question to it, right? Let's put a question to it, part A of the question. If I would say, how many people painted more than 2 pictures, right? They're asking us a question else. We are just changing more things. We are trying to find more information from this. See, we have picture painting at the bottom, right? These were the number of pictures painted. So it says more than 2 pictures. That means it could be 3 pictures or it could be 4 pictures, right? That means we take this information. What was the numerical value of 3? 3 pictures were painted by 10 people. And 4 pictures were painted by 7 people. That means 10 plus 7, that means 17 people painted more than 2 pictures, right? Moving on to the next question. Is there any question? Okay, good. Let's move on to the next question. The next question says, just a minute, please. I'll just copy this. Okay. I'll just copy. We have it on our screen. Okay. This given information. And this would be question number 3. Okay. If we say this is our question number 3, let's look at the information. Kendra counted the total number of shells collected by her friends during the walk on the beach. Use the data in the table to plot the line plot graph, right? This is the number seashells and how many people were there. 2 people found none of the shells. They did not have any shells, right? 0 shells were found by 2 people. Vice versa, it's the same thing. 1 shell was found by 10 people, or 10 people found 1 shell. Okay, so we need to consider the x-axis first, the bottom of the x-axis first, right? So what we can do is, how many numbers are there from 0 to 6? So we can say, if we are considering the numbers from 0 to 6, we make a line and we draw an arrow on either sides, right? We can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we need to label this first. What would we label here? We would say C shells which were found, right? Seashells found. So 0 seashells found, 1 seashell found, 2, and so on till 6 seashells were the maximum number of seashells that could be found. Okay. So let's draw the plot graph. 0 shells were found by 2 people. Agreed? That means 2 people found no shells. Then 1 shell was found by 10 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then the next one is 2 seashells were found by 5 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 seashells were found by 6 people. 1, 2. We just need to do the markings. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 4 seashells were found by 1 person only. 5 seashells were found by 3 people. And 6 seashells were found by 4 people. So this is a complete line plot. Let's try a question in this. Okay. The question says, how many people found less than 3 seashells? Okay, we're just improvising over here. Less than 3 would mean they cannot have 3 shells, but they can have 2 seashells, or they can have 1 seashell, or no seashells, right? So that means we know this was 5, this was 10, and this was 2, right? So the people who found 0 seashells is less than 3, right? Less than 3 seashells. The people who found 1 seashell is less than 3 seashells. The people who found 2 seashells is less than 3 seashells. So we add these number of people. 2 plus 10 plus 5, that is 17 people found less than 3 seashells, right? Okay. And if they ask us in part B, find the total number of friends. If we need to find the total number of friends, what we can do is these numbers over here, if we would write 6 here, 1 here for this, 3 for this, and 4 for this, right? So basically, if we are trying to add these numbers, what we can do is when we add them, this statement said number of people, right? So when we add these numbers together, we will have the total number of people. So that means 2 plus 10 is 12, right? 12 plus 5 is 17, plus 6, plus 1, plus 3, plus 4, right? That comes out to be 31. That means there were 31 friends of Kendra looking. Okay, we can say 30 friends because Kendra is included. So we can say total number of people, right? Let's break down the question too, because Kendra is already included in that. Total number of people. Let's change the question to total number of people. If we say Kendra, that would be very technical, right? We don't want to do it to be very technical. Okay. Total number of people. That means there were 31 people in total. If we would speak about Kendra's friends only, that means Kendra counted the total number of shells collected by her friends. right? So if Kendra is included in those list of 31 or not, that would complicate. So we just do what is the total number of people, we add the number of people, we find the answer. Okay. Yes. Let's try the next one. Okay. The next question says, okay, it's about ice cream. Okay. Just copying the question. That would be question number 4. Let's not introduce more questions. Let's just do the construction for now. This is question number 4 because we will have word problems after this. Ken Street counted how many times it's more frequent customers ate ice cream last month, right? Times eaten, number of customers. The 5 customers ate 0 times. They did not eat ice cream, right? 6 customers ate 1 time, 4 customers ate twice, 7 customers ate thrice, 8 customers ate 4 times, and 2 customers ate 5 times, right? So on the x-axis, if we need to do the line plot, what we are looking at, the number of times they ate. So when we draw the horizontal axis, we have to put in the arrows on either sides for the continuation. We have to go from 0 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And this horizontal axis was representing times eaten. How many times did they eat the ice cream, right? So what we can do over here is we can say 0 times eaten ice cream was 5 people ate ice cream, not even once. So we put 5x over here. That shows these were the 5 people who did not eat the ice cream. 6 people ate ice cream once. So we put 6 values of x over here. 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? Okay. And how many people ate ice cream twice? There were 4 people, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 4 people. So after this 4 people, what we can say is 3 times was eaten by how many customers? 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And 8 customers ate 4 times. So we put, for 4 times eaten, we put 8 customers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And what about the last one? There were 2 customers who went for the ice cream 5 times, right? So that means eating ice cream 5 times was done by 2 customers over here. And this is our line plot for this particular scenario, right? So this will be our answer. So we give this line plot as the final answer. Okay. Yes. Moving on to the next question, we can say it's still information given to us and we would be pick your own bouquet flowers. Okay, they are picking up flowers over here. And question number 5, it says the owner of a pick your own bouquet flower farm recorded the number of recorded the number of flowers that customers picked yesterday. So this says flowers picked and this says number of customers. So 8 customers picked 1 flower, 3 customers picked 2 flowers, and so on, right? So what we need to do is on the x-axis, the horizontal axis, we need to say the statement flowers which were picked. So what was the minimum number of flowers picked? 1 flower was picked. And the maximum number of flowers picked was 6. So what we can do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 was the minimum, 6 was the maximum. 1 flower was picked by 8 customers. So we make 8 markings: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, agreed? 2 flowers were picked by 3 customers: 1, 2, and 3. 3 flowers were picked by 2 customers. 4 flowers were picked by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And 5 flowers were picked by 1 person only. And 6 flowers were picked by 6 customers: 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is our line plot, because we had to draw the line plot. Okay, so this line plot gives us the information of how many flowers were picked by how many customers. Agreed? Any questions in regard to that? Okay, very good. Let's try one more question. Okay, it says that an Italian restaurant monitored the number of people coming in and going. Okay, this would be question number 6. Monitored the number of times a regular customer ate pizza. Okay, so number of times eaten against number of customers. 6 customers did not eat a pizza, right? It's like this: 0 pizzas, there was no order made by 6 customers, right? So on the horizontal axis, what we need is times eaten, because Italian restaurant is recording the number of times eaten, right? So we put down the arrow on either sides. We start, the minimum number of times eaten was 0. The maximum number of times eaten is 6, right? So we go from 0 to 6 on the horizontal axis. We can say this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the horizontal axis would represent times eaten, right? So 6 customer ate 0 times. They did not order. So 0 pizzas were ordered by 6 customers. 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4 people ordered 1 time. That means 1 time was ordered by 4 people. Okay. Then we have, there were 10 people, 10 customers who ordered twice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Agreed? 7 people ate 3 times. 3 times was eaten by 7 customers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And the next one is 2 customers ordered 4 times. 1 and 2. 2 customers ordered 4 times. 9 customers ordered 5 times. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And the last one would be 3 customers ordered 6 times. That means 6 times orders were placed by 3 customers. Okay. And this is a line plot for the given information. Okay. We need to remember that we have to put arrows on both the sides to show that there could be 7 customers later on with the next survey and so on, right? And we need to show times eaten. We need to label the horizontal axis. Okay. Let's try the next question. Let's see what they have for us. Yes. The next question says, the shop teacher, Mr. Harrison, wrote down how many picture frames. Okay. I'll just copy this. Okay. This is our question number 7. Let's see what they're asking us. Wrote down how many picture frames the students made last week. So this says picture frames and number of students. So there were 2 students who made 0 frames, right? And so on. 6 students who made 2 frames, 10 students who made 4 frames, and so on. The information is given to us. So what we do is we make the horizontal first. We take the horizontal axis and we say it is labeled with picture frames made. Okay. These were the number of picture frames made. The minimum number of frame made was 0 and the maximum was 5. So we can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 was the maximum number. So can we say that 2 students did not make any picture frames? So for not making a picture frame, there were 2 students. 1 student made 1 picture frame. 6 students made 2 picture frames. So we put 6 over here. 2 picture frames were made by 6 students, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 students made 3 picture frames, 1, 2, and 3. 10 students made 4 picture frames. That means 4 picture frames were made by 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And the last one, 4 students made 5 picture frames. So 5 picture frames were made by 4 students, 3 and 4. And we can say that this is our line plot. Okay, for this given information that we have. For this given data, we have constructed the line plot. Okay. Moving on further, let's try the questions from the test. Let's see what we can do from the test. Okay. Let's try a few questions. I'll just begin with the test. You do the same. Let's log into the test. And let's see what the question number 1 is asking us and which option should be the correct answer. Okay. So we have the question on our screen. I'll just simply copy this. Okay. The question says, okay, this is the information that's given to us. For question number 1, this is the information given. Question number 1, and I'll copy down the answers also. So let's see which options should be the correct option. If these 2 options are given to us, option A and option B, let's space down these 2 options over here. Let's increase the size so that we have a better view. Let's say this is option A. Let's say this is option B. The question says Keith counted number of cookies eaten by each of the customer in the last week's bake sale, right? So what we have over here is number of cookies and we have number of customers, right? These are the two categories that we are catering right now. On the x-axis, it should always be horizontal axis, number of cookies. Can we see number cookies eaten and cookies eaten, right? The labeling of the horizontal axis is correct for both the cases. Now we look at the question. There were 7 customers who ate 1 cookie. Can we count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can we count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? The first value is correct for either of the graphs, right? Let's see the second value. One customer ate 2 cookies. It should be 1 over here. And it says 1 also over here. 4 customers ate 3 cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still correct. 3 customer ate 4 cookies. So they should have 1, 2, 3. Agreed. 1, 2, and 3. Agreed. That means 10 customers ate 5 cookies. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. So this is incorrect, right? That means the correct option is option A. So what we do is we click on option A and we say that it is the correct option. Okay? Yes, thank you so much. Option A, option 1 was the correct option. We can also do it by looking at the graph. Okay? Let's try the next question that we have. Just give me a second, please. I'll just copy question number 2. Okay. The question number 2 states that it's again an Italian restaurant given to us. And let's see what the restaurant is offering. For question number 2, it says this is the information that's given to us. And the options that are given to us are these 2 options. I'll just copy those so that we have them on our screen. If the given options are these. Okay. Option A and option B. I'll just simply write option A, option B. The question says an Italian restaurant monitored the number of times its regular customers ate pizza last month. Okay, let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? So we find the incorrect answer just by one column. This should be 6. But in option A, that was a 7. So what we say is we don't have to solve the remaining part because there are only 2 options for us, right? So what should be the correct answer? Yes. Option A, no. Option B should be the correct option. Because why? Because times 6 customers, 8 did not order pizza. That means the first column for 0 should be equals to 6. Okay, that means option B is the correct option because when we count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? This is also 6. But when we count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, the first value was not equal to. That means this is incorrect, right? Option B is the correct option. Okay, let's try the next question. The next question says, an art instructor. I think we did a similar question already. That means it would be easier for us. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, that means question number 3 states that an art Instructor kept track of how many total pictures were painted by each. We did a similar question. What we need to do over here is we need to find the numerical value of how many students were there, right? So this is one tally. That would be 1. This is 5 plus 1. That would be 6. Agreed? This was 3 and this was 4. 2 paintings were done by 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 3 paintings were done by 10 and 4 paintings were done by 7, right? The given options we have two given options. Let's look at the option A and option B and let's see which option is the correct answer. Okay, just a minute, please. If we have these two options for us, this was option A, this is option B. So let's simply count. This is 1, right? We write 1. This was 1, this is 1. Agreed. This is 1. The next one was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There's still 6. It's agreed over here. Then we have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. This is still 9. Agreed. The next option was 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's still 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's still 10. That means up till the fourth value, it's still the same. Let's look at the last one. It should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So in this case, 7 was the correct option. That means 8 is the incorrect option. That means option B is the correct answer. So we click on option B and we say this is the correct answer. Agreed? Okay. So we have to compare all the set of values. Like we had to count 1, 6, 9, 10, and 17, right? Because it can be anywhere. Let's try one more question. Okay. The question says, a shop teacher, Mr. Harrison, number of picture frames. Yes. The content would be different. Okay, just a minute. Let's try question number 4. Okay, this is question number 4 from the test. The total 9 questions. It's very easy. You would be easily able to complete the remaining. And it says if these are the 2 options given to us, we need to find the correct option. Okay. If these 2 options were given to us, we need to find the correct option. The first thing what we need to do is, let's read the question. Wrote down how many picture frames were made by students last week. So that means 2 students make none, 1 student made 1, 6 students made 2, 3 students made 3, 10 students made 4, right? So we can already see the difference over here in this value. If we compare this value to this, we can already see the difference of the grid, right? So that means in this case, we are finding our answer easily on the first working. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We do not, 0 pictures were not made by 6 students. 0 pictures were made by 2 students, right? That means it's an incorrect answer. So if it's an incorrect answer, we simply say that we do not have to complete all the grid, because the remaining, if one of the value is incorrect, that means the entirety of it's incorrect, right? That means if we say this was option A and this is option B, then option B has to be the correct option, right? So we click onto option B and we say that option B is the correct answer, right? So 5 more questions are left, right? Please do try attempt these questions. You have them on your website, on your login. Complete these questions, and if there are any problem, just go through this video. You can do a recap, and best of luck. Thank you so much. Take care.